Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm your favorite medical microbiologist and medical professional, Gwendolyn Halley. Today, I'll be teaching you about causes, treatments, and preventions of nail fungus, also known as onychomycosis. Now, what are the symptoms of onychomycosis, nail fungus? The first symptom of onychomycosis, also known as nail fungus, is that your nails could be colored, they become thick, they become distorted, they become brittle, or they are lifted up from the nail bed, and that is not good. It is always good to treat these problems much earlier, because when they are left for a later stage or 6 months or 1 year plus, it becomes very difficult to treat, especially if this infection or this nail fungus is on the feet, because it takes longer for the infection to heal on the feet than on the hands. Now, next is we'll talk about the causes. And when we talk about the causes, it will help you to also know how to prevent nail fungus. Firstly, if you wear tight shoes. A lot of people wear tight shoes in the name of, as you wear the shoes, they are going to expand with time. It is not good to wear tight shoes. Secondly, when you wear boots or covered shoes for a very long period of time, especially those who work in the engineering field who wear the heavy boots for a very long time. The next is if you walk bare feet or most of the time and you get in contact with water or with soil. The next is if you go to the swimming pool and you walk barefoot. That isn't good at all. Next point is if you have a nail injury, like a trauma, an injury on your nail, or you have a trauma or an injury around the nail, around this area of your nail, just know that you are most likely to have this kind of problem. Next point is if you walk barefoot all the time, you're always putting your feet on the floor, not only on the tiles, everywhere, you're definitely going to get it. Another point is if you're diabetic. 90% of people who have diabetes are suffering from nail fungus. And also if you're plus 60 years old, you're going to have it, especially women that have reached menopause, they often experience this. The next point is if your feet and your hands are constantly in water or in moisture, let me say the job you do or your home chores often get you to have this form of contact, your hands in contact with water. Now, how does this fungus, onychomycosis, tinea, manifest? What it does is the growth, it grows on the nail, in the nail, and underneath the nail. So that is why it is very difficult to treat fungus, because the nail is not a living thing. It is just connected from the bed here, from this bed. This is keratin and it's non-living. So when it attacks it, it would feed on the keratin, on the protein that is in the nail. That is what the fungus feed on, and they thrive and they grow. Now, to prevent this, you have to make sure you wear your shoes all the time. Don't walk bare feet. Don't wear tight shoes. If you're diabetic, try and not provoke nail fungus by wearing tight shoes. Try and control your blood sugar. If you're plus 60, just make sure that you do not leave your feet so exposed to moist environment. Don't wear boots for so long. And another point is sun your shoes. Many people who have nail fungus do not sun their shoes. If you wear shoes for a very long time, if you're an athlete, you wear sports, or you play football, you do wear sports shoes, or you wear boots a lot, make sure you put your shoes out directly in the sunlight so that it kills those microbes that will be thriving in that moist environment in your shoes. That is very important. If it is cold, if it's a cold weather, or if it's winter where you are and you use your shoes very often, let me say at the gym or at work or for a particular activity for a long period of time, when you come back, take out your shoes, dry them behind the freezer or the fridge. Let the heat from there be able to penetrate inside the shoes and dry up the moisture, which may cause nail fungus. Another cause and also which you can use to prevent nail fungus onychomycosis is that change your stockings often. Many people, especially those who wear dark stockings, can wear socks for like 1 week. It is not good. Bear in mind that you sweat on it, you have dead skin cells on it as well, and a lot more. So, and that humid environment in your shoes would give it a favorable medium for you to have nail fungus to thrive. Amen. Another point of how you can prevent nail fungus is that make sure when you are cutting your nails, or when you're doing your manicure, your pedicure, do not cause trauma on the nail bed. Don't cause trauma on this nail bed, especially those who are doing artificial nails. When you damage particularly this nail bed, or you take out this protection, natural protection of the nail, you are definitely exposed to nail fungus 100%. And that goes the same not only for your hands, but also for the nails on your feet. Very important, guys. Very important. So what I'm going to advise is, especially those who do who wear artificial nails, many of them suffer from that. I'm saying this because I have a lot of patients who come to me and we have to treat them, and we have to do a home remedies for them. They have to use our products, and they have amazing results. So this is going to help you a lot. Another point on how you can prevent nail fungus is that make sure you dry your toenails properly before you wear your shoes. A lot of people don't care. And also, there is this myth or this thinking that when you have nail fungus, or when your nails start to be distorted and you put nail polish on it, it's going to go away. That is a total lie, a total fallacy. That is not correct. Putting nail polish on your nails, I'm not talking about the one that is medicated or that has been made for nail fungus. I'm talking about the one that is for beauty, we have for fashion on your nails, is going to prevent it from growing. That's a lie. You need to treat the problem. Now we are on to the next one, and we are going to talk about treatments. The first thing we'd have to do if your nail is distorted, thick, has lifted up from the skin, or is brittle, is that you need to use a blade or a nail file to file your nails, even if it's on your toe. You file it to a point where it's extremely thin. You take out all the damaged nail from the nail bed with the blade. That means you make it extremely thin. Because remember that fungus thrives on the nails, inside the nails, and underneath the nails. When it gets worse is when the fungus starts to grow underneath the nail. That is when it becomes extremely thick. It changes its color, and also it lifts up itself from the nail bed, which is not good. And all you have to do is make sure that you administer the drugs well. Now, the first treatment, which has been the best oral treatment, is Terbinafine, and they have a brand name, Lamisil. I've used it before. It's real good. 250 milligrams you take once a day. If you are having duct infection on your feet, you could take it for 12 weeks, 1 tablet a day. And if you're having the infection on your hands, you can take it for approximately 8 weeks and then you stop. It has a lot of side effects. A lot of people are still using glycosphorine. It's very primitive. It has a lot of side effects. I wouldn't prescribe that for anyone. And please, there are a lot of people who use fluconazole, itraconazole. That is not for onychomycosis. It's for another type of tinea or fungus, which could cause athlete feet, ringworms, or candida. You could use that on, but Terbinafine is so good on onychomycosis. It really targets it. If you've done medical microbiology, like when we had, it really targets the cell walls and also its growth. It really stops it. The next point is also the topical application. Now, I'm going to recommend to you this, our Agin Pedis. This is our #1 sellers, and we have sold this out of the country. We apply this twice a day after you have filed down or removed that thick lane, because as long as it's thick, no matter what you apply on it, it's going to be so hard to penetrate. Now, when you begin to apply this, you have to use this. If it's on your feet, you use this for at least a year. If it's on your hands, you use this for at least 8 months or 6 months. Now, and you will get the results. The first thing you'll start to notice with these products, Agin Pedis from our brand Keramaniac, is that it will start to change the color of the nails, and the nail will become a little bit, you'll start to see it like your natural nail, and it will begin to make a really good nail grow. What is so bad is if you're not treating it, is that you will notice that even the new growth, a growth of new nail can come out because the fungus continuously eats it. And if you don't treat it properly, nail fungus, you will notice that it will start to eat your fingers. It will eat right here, and this whole part will be swollen, and you'll be having so much pain. And that is another species. I'll do another video on that, caused by Candida. And so this is what I'm going to advise you to get. It is very good for nail fungus, and you could use this on your feet for at least a year, on your toenails at least for a year, and on your fingers for at least 6 months, and you will get the results. So I'll leave our contact in the description box so you can get this. This is so good, guys, so good. And we do shipping abroad as well, and we do have a lot of people who come for us to partner. The brand has been registered already, so you don't have a problem. We have people who buy to resell, like people who want to do be wholesalers, who want a partnership with us and want to buy in wholesale to resell. We are also open to do that. So what I want to say is that when you notice that your nails particularly start having a problem, please, please, please don't leave it and say, oh, it's going to go away. Fungi is very stubborn. Unlike bacteria, it is very stubborn. And with fungal infections, except it starts to eat the foot of your nail, you will feel no pain. That means you can have it and it will not, you will feel no pain because the nail is not a living thing, and also because that is most fungal infections, particularly onychomycosis, do not cause pain. But if it were a bacterial infection, you feel differently. The bacteria will produce toxins, and those toxins will give fever, and you will start feeling malaise and a lot more. So grab this for yourself, for both male and female, and I would advise that you treat it early. Treat your nail infections early. I've met a lot of women who, when they have this nail fungus, they turn to put artificial nails on their nails to cover up the distorted nails or the disfigured nails or the nails that are not good. When you put on artificial nails, it still makes it worse. It makes it worse. if you have a problem with your nails, first make up your mind that you start treating it early. Don't allow it to go worse. You know, the growth rate of fungus is quite slow. Onychomycosis is quite slow. It doesn't just colonize your whole nail in just 1 year. It takes some time to grow. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5, before it really takes up the whole bed and then becomes a king on your nail bed, or colonizes that whole area. Which in that point you will need Terbinafine. So if you've had nail fungus that is lifted up from the toe bed, you have it brittle, distorted, I suggest you take oral medication, and then you can use the topical medication that I've requested for you to use. But if you have just nail fungus that has changed the color of your nail, and that's all, and it's a little bit thick, you can use just the topical. But if you have it lifted up, if you've had it for more than a year, I would advise that you take Terbinafine. And the brand name which I have used that is really good is Lamisil. It has minimal side effects. What I was feeling a little bit weird when I was taking it, when I had a little bit of the primary stages, the baby stages of nail fungi on my feet. And how did I get it? I was playing basketball when I was at uni in England, and when we were going for a rebound, there was this girl who stepped on my toenails, and I was wearing sports shoes, but it didn't help. When she stepped on my toenails, like blood clotted. Now I tried to chop off that part, and so that it goes, and automatically fungus caught it. So, and that is how it took me a while, like a year or two, to totally get it treated. I had to take Terbinafine, and I had to also use I think Terbinafine ointment, the topical ointment, and it did went until I came up with the revolutionary. This is 100% organic, and it doesn't have any side effects. It's very easy to apply, and you can use it for a lot more. You could use it if you have athlete feet. That's what we have in between our toes, and also the sole of your feet for athlete feet. So this is very good. This is going to help. If you have any questions, do pop it in the comment section. Do share this video with anyone that you know is suffering with nail fungus. It actually takes away your confidence, whether you're male or female. There are a lot of people who can't talk in public, who can express themselves because their nails are not good, or who can't even wear sandals or slippers. That's for both male and female, because their toenails don't look good. They are constantly wearing shoes, and the more you wear shoes, the more the problem gets worse. And I would just like to give this little tip. When you are treating yourself with nail fungus on your feet, on your hand, just put it that you're going through a whole therapy, and try to put your feet in open air. Avoid using artificial nails or nail polish. Apply the medication in it and accept it and treat yourself of it, instead of covering it with nail polish or with artificial nails, gel nails that don't help and even make it worse, because then the fungus will grow and thrive because it's covered, it's moist, it's a good medium for it to grow. I hope you have been enlightened and transformed through this short teaching on causes and symptoms, because we talk about the symptoms, the causes, the treatment, and the prevention of nail fungus. And it is good, you should know that over 90% or 80% of 90 to 80% of people in the world's population have had nail fungus or is suffering from nail fungus. So you are not alone. It is an infection that you can actually take time out and actually treat it, and it goes away, and you can talk freely. Your confidence can be out. You can wear whatever you want to wear. You can wear whatever type of shoes you want to wear and be elegant, be confident. And you know, this is an infection that brings low self-esteem, because I've seen people who talk in public constantly like this, and when they want to write out anything, they make sure that people don't see. And please stay away from artificial nails and nail polish while you're going through this treatment. It will help you a lot. Till next time, I'm your favorite medical professional and medical microbiologist, Gwendolyn Halley. Ta-ta.